2, Tyler Chinsky. Number 3, Jonathan Harrell. Number 9, Quinn Anderson. Number 10, Adam Adams. Number 17, Paramus Ahupa. Number 21, Kenny Mayeli. Number 18, Nehemiah McKissick. Number 27, Jacques Fabula. Number 28, Keith Gardner. I don't have it.
Nate Bell.
Nate Bell. Now, for the Irish, Peoria Notre Dame. In goal, number 1, Dylan Bear. Number 2, Alistair Dawson. Number 3, Max Mattarelli. Number 5, Luke LaHood. Number 11, Danny Getchidor. Number 12, Jack Ray. Number 14, Scott Anderson. Number 15, Andrew Bonham. Number 17, Toledo Madrigal. Number 20, Nathan Oliver. Number 22, Dylan Sticklemeyer. Good luck to both squads.
All right, welcome Peoria Notre Dame Irish soccer fans. We're here for tonight's Big 12 Conference tilt between your Peoria Notre Dame Irish boys varsity and the Champaign Centennial Chargers. Our friends from down in Champaign, Urbana area. This is Rob Kenny. I'm here with Coach Danny Burke, our usual partnership. Coach, what is the most important thing that the Irish want to accomplish in tonight's game?
Oh, you know, I think that they're coming out and trying to get on the scoreboard early, right? It's a tough weekend for them as far as scoring goals. I think that they, obviously playing really high-level competition, and at times they looked really good offensively. They were just unable to find the net, and finding a goal here early, kind of like what we talked about before the game, may loosen them up a little bit, just get them going in the right direction and get them some confidence that the work that they're putting in and the work that they put in on Saturday and Friday is going to pay off, and they weren't rewarded for that over the weekend. So I would think tonight that they're going to come out and try to score early and stay on the attack.
All right, yeah. The obviously very tough competition, not the sort of competition you normally run into. You got to invite that sort of competition. That's why they call it an invitational. It doesn't affect the conference standings, though. The Irish undefeated, top of the table right now. Looking to stay that way by the end of this game with all our state titles and super sectionals and sectionals and regional titles. Conference titles are very important to us too.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good conference for soccer. I mean, year in and year out, there's 3, 4, 5 teams that are competitive, and you see that when they play each other, but really when the postseason comes, and you see them, winning big games. And I know Normal Communities made some runs in the 3A playoffs as well. So a lot of the other schools are in 2A around here, so they kind of have to play each other at some point. But it's a competitive conference, and all of these games are important. And the Irish right now are undefeated in the conference, and I think that they want to stay that way, obviously. And Champaign's up here to make that difficult on them. I could hear their huddle before the game, and their kids were saying, like, hey, go out and attack, and anything can happen, and that's that's 100% true.
Yep, it's the right attitude to have. We have some weather here in the guise of wind that may play a part before this game is over. It's a little bit swirly, it looks like. It's gusty, and I'd say it's probably at a constant 8 to 10 miles an hour right now. Coach Bear was telling his son, starting goalkeeper Dylan Bear, to really watch it on set pieces. And the ball can get up there. We don't really know what the wind's doing, 20 feet, 30 feet in the air, and you got to really, really concentrate.
Yeah, and you got to, as a goalkeeper, that's tricky part, right? And you got to be sure of yourself, and you got to play the wind, and make sure you're just a little bit extra careful. And I think the Irish have a couple throw-ins now. They have a corner kick. Again, third set piece here for a team that's looking to score goals.
Nice one.
Great ball in.
Won by Champaign Centennial defender. That was a great ball. Streaming for the back post. The Irish have gotten a few people back from the injury squad. Cholito Madrigal back out there after not playing a whole lot on the game on Saturday. However, they have lost really one of the hearts of their team in Joel McIntyre. Perhaps has a strained ligament on the top of his foot, his right foot. I'm just going to have to wait and see what he does. I was talking to him before the game and said, well, better now than 5 weeks from now.
Yeah.
To have something like this happen.
Yeah.
And he's keeping a positive attitude.
Yeah, and I think obviously unlucky for him, and he's going to miss some games this week. But I believe it is next Tuesday they play normal community, and so if they can keep him in that boot for a week, and then get him back for that game, again, a big Big 12 conference game, which is you play these other games in the regular season, but and you want to win them all, right? But
yeah.
In the end, the ones that matter are the conference games, and then the ones that matter are the postseason games. So.
All right, well, the Irish are on the front foot here in these first almost 5 minutes now. The entire game, for the most part, in all practicalities, been played in their offensive half. Like I said, we've had a couple of set pieces, if you consider throw-in set pieces, and I think you should, particularly in this win, and particularly with some of our throwers.
Yeah.
And the Irish looking to build from the back here.
Tough little break there. Played off his teammate's ankles. Back of his ankles, sorry.
See Nathan Oliver back out here being rewarded again for his fine play over the weekend.
Yeah, I thought he had a great weekend.
Yeah, I thought he put in really good shifts. Andrew Bonham, too.
Yeah, and I think Bonham really probably the best soccer he's played in the last, maybe in his career.
Yeah.
I think he
against certainly
he
the
keeps
best competition
better.
he's played in his career.
Absolutely.
He really rose to the occasion. Couldn't agree more. All right, the Irish get a attempt on goal.
Yeah,
Danny Gutzmeyer just sort of drug it. He really didn't make the kind of contact Danny always makes on it. So, Coach Bear yelling at him, "Hey, heads up, body language. Let's go out there."
Yeah, that's a big thing, right? I mean, they've had some tough results, but it's again the biggest thing for these kids is to see what the coaches are seeing, and that's the big picture.
Yeah.
And like we just talked about, Bonham. Some of these other guys, Oliver, I know Max Mattarelli, Dylan Stickemeyer, a lot of those younger, inexperienced guys, they're really just getting better, and it's because they go and kind of thrown into the fire against some of these really good teams, and maybe they make mistakes, and maybe some of them didn't look great against Cleveland State and Ignatius, right? But they get used to that level, and then they come back into Illinois and to play the 2A schools around here. That if they can continue to try to play at that high level, then all of a sudden they're difference makers on the field.
Yeah.
So it's that's why you play those games to get your kids to kind of see what the high level is and get them used to it. And Notre Dame's gotten some younger kids used to that.
All right, the Irish have another set piece out here. Danny Gutzmeyer set up on the left side, throws in another beautiful ball. Irish do not get their first hit on it. Cholito Madrigal is there, though. Something that all those young players you just mentioned, not just getting experience, but they obviously have earned the trust of their older teammates. There is no sort of, there's never any sort of hazing or anything that goes on.
Yep.
These guys are thrown in, and they are completely trusted. They're open when they get the ball. There are really you're not a freshman very long in the Irish varsity program.
No.
You either advance or you watch. All right, there's Dylan Stickelmeyer over there taking it down the right. Throws in another nice cross. All right. Irish are building something here. Getting a lot of crosses and really good ones. First bit of defense we have to deal with here.
Yeah, and this is a little bit like that Norman West game a couple weeks ago, right? Where Norman West kind of had numbers behind the ball. We had the run of the play, but you got to be careful so that their counters aren't dangerous. And we give this one away in our half, and they're going to kind of be able to settle and get some numbers up into the attack. And
first time.
This is, like you said, with the wind and just anything can happen type of thing. You really have to be careful with teams like this that are going to defend majority of the time, because they're going to come out and look to counter you and counter quick.
They're looking for that one shot, one opportunity to try to pry the game open. I say we haven't seen them spread out enough to really say what they're playing here. I would suspect it's something no more offensive than a 4-4-2, maybe even a 5-3-2.
Yeah.
Definitely have just two up top.
Oh, good little
nice
ball
on
over the
here
top.
to Jack Gray. Some good speed shown there by the Centennial defender.
Yeah, we're going to have another throw in, and again, it's
Chilito back, so these are a little more dangerous with number 17.
Yeah, these are definitely dangerous, but you got to put one in the net. You're going to play short here to Gutzwiller. Nice turn.
Oh, yeah, it's a very nice turn there. Throws in another nice cross. Goes in. Chilito cracks off a left-footed shot from right at the top of the box. Goes over. Balloons a little bit. That's good, though.
Yeah, I think they'll take that, right?
Absolutely.
That's his favorite foot, his left foot cutting in, and from about 18 out. He'll learn to put that ball on frame, right?
Yep.
The more he shoots, it's the shooting that's the issue.
He's seeing in basketball, he has no trouble shooting. So
Yeah.
should be all right. All right, Irish win that second ball. All important second ball.
Good battle over here. Gutzwiller,
Yeah,
Madrigal.
Do a good job of Gutzwiller playing it the way he was facing and playing it back. The Irish switched the fields. Got to gain control here a little bit. There's a good bit of pressure on the ball here from Champaign Centennial. Their top two, top one, top three, whatever they're playing, are not afraid to get in front of the ball handler.
No, great run here down the right side again by Dylan Stickelmeyer. Another ball across, and Champaign's done a good job of being the first one of those balls in their defensive box so far. But some good stuff so far on that right side by Dylan Stickelmeyer.
Yeah, all it'll take is one. So far, all their first touches have really been true. They've all been really, really good. And one of those is going to skip over a foot, skip under a foot. Some header is going to go straight up in the air instead of outside of the box. And the Irish need to be there to jump on it. We had a bad clearance there. We can do the Irish getting a little build up there.
Yeah, a little unselfish play there by Madrigal. He saw Gutzwiller making a great run. It kind of a tough angle to give him the ball, and instead of just taking that shot, he, again, tried to pass to his teammate. You can hear the coaches encouraging him to be comfortable enough to take that shot himself. And if the ball goes in the net, nobody's going to complain about selfish play in your own 18. So.
See a little bit of the frustration from the coaching staff here that we haven't we haven't put one on frame yet.
Yeah.
We haven't involved the goalkeeper yet. We've thrown in a lot of crosses, but the first touches always come down to a Centennial guy. Irish cannot get this ball to settle.
No, a little ping pong.
It was. That ball might have had a half pound more air in it than any other ball we've played with. It would not come down. More like one of those beach balls they have in the baseball games. That the crowd just keeps it in the air.
Really nice job, though, of possession here by Notre Dame. And again, this is what they didn't have time to do too much of over the weekend and the previous weekend, but you can tell just the emphasis on it, and with a little bit more time on the ball, they're able to kind of move the ball the way that they want to, and then they're doing this without McIntyre on the field too, who's kind of the normal key to everything. So it's a great sign, I think. That
it is. I think in the last 90 seconds, every Irish field player has touched the ball. Literally every Irish field player has touched the ball. It's a ball that went just Cholito threw in a nice cross there, just went a little too far.
Really good battle by Dylan Stickelmeyer over the top, over his head, the original one, and he goes down and chases it down and wins it back.
Oh, there we go. That's a shot they were looking for.
Yep.
That one was about 6 feet lower than the first one.
Yep.
And it had some mustard on it. It's a good job with his first control there. I don't know if that was his thigh or his chest.
Yeah.
It was really a nice bit of skill. All right, we're under 27 minutes here. Still 0-0 in this Big 12 clash between Champaign Centennial and your Peoria Notre Dame Irish. But it's a 90-10 game.
Yeah.
And if you prefer to hear soccer and percentages.
Yeah, and these are the type of games that I think Notre Dame expects when they're playing in the conference, right? To control the tempo and to have a little bit more time on the ball and to be able to kind of dictate the pace. And they need to obviously continue to create goal scoring chances and put some in the back of the net. But I think they're off to the right start. Just moving the ball, playing the simple way, and again, they not to their discredit, but they just weren't able to do that over the weekend much.
No, they weren't.
They tried. The game didn't open up that way.
No, it was 80% of that was the competition.
Yeah.
Like we said, sometimes the other guys are just good.
Yep, absolutely, and that's
big and fast. And
again, you
can't. And well coached.
It's hard to emulate that type of pressure in practice because you don't have those type of guys up and down your team to play against. Even if you have that level, you don't necessarily have that level to scrimmage against. All the time. So when you see it for the first couple of times, it is going to throw you off a little bit. And I think tonight they're realizing that they do have some more time on the ball and they're starting to see what they're capable of doing. Bonham's doing a great job. He's playing that holding mid where McIntyre usually plays, and he's just sitting right in there and finding his space. And he's doing a great job. Quick touches, moving the ball, nice and simple. It's a good idea by Danny. That's, again, in these games, he's going to be the best kid on the field probably, and they're going to look for him to create around their box, and more than willing for him to make a mistake when he's trying to create, I think. Yeah,
the ball's got to be on his feet. He's got to have touches. When Danny's involved, everybody else is involved. It's just the way that's the family tree. Danny's at the top.
Yeah. Another throw-in.
Long throw-in here from Juan Madrigal on the left side. Throws it in very nicely.
Almost into the 6. It's not, no matter how far he throws it, though, it's not going to make the coaches any happier if they continue to not win these balls that he's putting in there.
Yeah. Again, it's a very nice first touch in a defensive manner for Champaign Centennial. They have dealt with all of this.
Oh, another great ball.
There it is, and we get it in.
The keeper, I think, actually got a fingertip on that. He went right over his.
That might have been one of those goals we talked about. Where ugly is good. That might have gone on a thigh or a knee.
Yeah. I think it was a knee thigh from Madrigal. But again, great ball in by Danny. Keeper comes out, and that's a tough ball to handle as a goalkeeper, and he's right over his fingertips and.
Came past him about waist high, which is almost impossible to catch it.
Yeah, and honestly, I think we had two guys on the back post there. If Madrigal hadn't hit it in, I don't know who it was, maybe Dylan Stickelmeyer, but I think somebody else was right there to help him out as well. So again, that's what the coaches. You can hear them stressing that constantly, pretty much every game. And
shoot it. Keeper came out outside of the box to play that one and work on the clearance. Must have been watching the Marquette goalie, the 12th field player out there.
Crazy. Crazy.
The 11th field player out there, yeah. I was watching some of that on Sunday. I was like, wow.
Yeah, a couple heart attacks, I think, for their coaches, but really.
All right, the Irish looking to double their advantage here quickly, I think. This is the kind of thing that can really deflate Centennial. They really did a very nice job on defense for the first 17 minutes there.
Oh, nice job.
All right, Maximilian, though, is going to track it down. Right there.
Nice job by Bonham again. Just, again, sticking his foot in there, winning the ball back for Notre Dame, keeping them in possession.
Tell Nathan Oliver, the youngster, to speak up. That's why you're out there.
Yeah.
All right, Danny Gitzweiler. Got one out here. Jack Ray, we know Jack's eligible to shoot. Threw in a low, hard one, dealt with.
Tough break there. Just kind of a couple of bad clearances and then a bad deflection there out of bounds. But
yeah, could have gone anywhere. It's going to end up in a goal kick, though, for Centennial. Here as we count down under 22 minutes. The Irish now proud owners of a 1-0 lead in this Big 12 conference game. Going to deal with a goal kick here. A very nice goal kick.
Yeah.
Passes the center stripe on the fly. Boy, Dylan Stickelmeyer's his ability to play physically, every game it just gets better and better and better.
Yeah, and again, he's just he goes in hard for those tackles, and maybe sometimes against the bigger teams he gets pushed off those balls, but against most teams when he goes in hard like that, he's going to win the ball more times than he doesn't, and I think he's really starting to figure that out. Just go in hard, and good things happen for you. Kind of see the same when Enrique Zamora's in there. He just goes in hard for tackles, and good stuff can happen. And like we talked about, I think that's what the coaches are looking for. Guys that are going to go in and
aggression,
be willing to go in hard for tackles, and you're going to see playing time.
All right. Centennial almost gets the ball to the top of the Notre Dame 18. Cut out by, I think that was Alistair Dawson, or maybe it might have been Luke LaHood. Good to see Luke back out there. Haven't mentioned the defense much. It's not because we don't like them. It's because they're not involved in the game. Normally, Ali would be, Scotty Anderson, those guys would be guys we'd be talking about all the time.
Yeah. And I think that this is where they, those guys can make a difference in games like this, right? Where most of the possession is in our favor. They're not having to play too much defense, but if they come up on one of these set pieces and put the ball in the back of the net, they're doing their job.
Yep.
And they get a lot of opportunities in these type of games.
We're going to have fresh legs. And Champaign relieves a little bit of the pressure there, but very
Great
nice
tackle.
job by Nathan Oliver. Feeling a few little raindrops here.
Yeah.
It's not in.
I was going to ask you if that's what that was.
Hope they're raindrops.
Brian might be spitting on us back here.
Over here. The guy responsible for all the electronic equipment does not want it to rain.
No.
He's getting ready to lay his body over all of this electronics. Oh,
great job. Great combination play.
Definitely would have had the keeper beaten. The keeper was leaning left, his left, and it went to our offensive left like that. Probably he ended up going about, 2 yards wide by the time it crossed the end line.
Yeah, Bonham's not, Bonham's, he's not one that's used to really being up there in a huge attacking role like that, but it's nice to see him make a good run from that holding mid position and be willing to get the ball off his foot. It was a good shot.
It was a good shot. He took it quick. He didn't take too many touches. Centennial earned a foul here.
And this is where it's dangerous, right? Just because you never know what they have on a set piece, and
you don't know what kind of
crazy
sort of legs they have. We saw
wind
the
up
one
here
goal kick.
And goalkeeper hasn't touched the ball yet, so he's got to be on his toes. And his first touch, just want it to be sure. And Great ball in.
Oh, it bounces.
Yep.
Bouncing a dangerous area. Held by Dylan Bear, though. They didn't get, none of their runs really came close to it. But you hate those balls that bounce.
Yeah.
In that 6-10 foot
Scary.
area like that, yeah.
Scary. Especially, you know, you just said it's starting to sprinkle every off and on, but if the ground's a little bit wetter, the ball bounces like that, it skips kind of in weird ways, so.
Chino earns a throw in here, so we'll get another. Let's see what we can do with this one. This one is very deep. He's probably right at the top of the 6. And we can
Another
get the
great
ball
throw.
there.
One again by Centennial.
Not one quite as well, though. It went off the back
No.
of his head and
Yeah.
straight down. Fortunately, the
Oh.
second defender reacted well.
Yeah, tough little break there. Scott Anderson trying to bring the ball down and just kind of, I think, got wrong-footed on his jump, trying to time it. And that was number 18 for Centennial. Nehemiah McKissick that won that challenge and almost had a breakaway. If he
Yeah.
could get one more touch on the ball, he would have had a
Doing
lot
good.
of green space in front of him.
I think it was Nathan Oliver who was there to pick up his teammate. Got a throw in here for Centennial, just to the left of our camera. There's one by Danny Gutswiner, gets it over to Cholito Madrigals, gets to Max. Max got it in the center, they're switching it over to the right. Dylan Stickemeyer taking his man on.
Another great touch down the end line.
Very nice.
Good ball
Boy.
crossed. Somebody's going to get on the end of one of these
Yeah.
balls that Dylan's playing across here. It's going to be a nice goal because he's, you know, he does a really good job just kind of getting that extra touch on the ball to shoot it past the guy. And then, like we talked about, he hustles to get it, and he's really playing nice weighted balls across, right about
Yeah.
knee height, coming in hard, and you know, they're just beating us to it right now.
If I'm not mistaken, he was earlier in the year. He played mostly on the left side, didn't it?
Yeah, I
see
think
him off here to our
yeah, and I
left. Now
think
they got him
he-
in the right.
I think for a while he was more of a sub coming on to give Madrigal
true.
a break,
That's
and
true.
just when he was on, he worked his way into a starting role, and he scored a big goal last week against Champaign Central down in Champaign, and nice ball in.
Very nice ball, and a good job at Cholito trying to get on the other side of his marker there. I think he even got the first touch on it. Got a throw out there from the goalkeeper. Always makes me happy.
A nice job there, switching the fields really quickly by Centennial. Luckily, Notre Dame weak side outside back there. Oliver stayed home and was able to. You can hear the coaches down here talking to our central midfielders, and Max Mattarelli and Bonham and Gutzwiller, and I think one of the big things for our central midfielders is just to put together a really solid 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that at times, again, over the weekend, obviously it's tough, but at times I think that they fell into more of a defensive role, and then when we would get the ball, they were, not as focused on moving offensively as they were defensively, and we were missing some channels in there at the times that we had them. So I think that they're really trying to get them to really focus on continuing to work in there, getting the ball on their foot, because that's how the engine moves in Notre Dame soccer is those three central midfielders, and then kind of making plays from in there, spraying the ball wide.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they tried to fix that by moving Danny up top.
Yeah.
And trying to shift things there to sort of unstick the midfield.
Yeah.
Didn't really work in terms of goals.
No, but it does open up Danny a little bit more, because like I said, our center mids were kind of more playing defense.
Yeah.
Not able to get the ball on their foot as much offensively, and so move Danny up and let him just kind of run a little bit up top. And
Yeah, against less stellar competition, I think that will unlock something.
yes, absolutely.
All right, we're down about the 13.5-minute mark.
Nice turn.
Irish are holding on to, but trying to add to a 1-0 lead here. They scored about 12 minutes or so into the game. Oh. It is a beautiful left-footed cross by Cholito Madrigal, and it missed the ahead of Danny Gutzwiller by not more than about 4 inches.
No. You know, it is another great ball, but again, another unselfish play by Madrigal in that box, right? I mean, he's really looking for his teammates, trying to play it across there, and sees Danny making a nice run. And you could hear the coaches again saying, hey, great ball, but don't be afraid to shoot that from that angle either, because, you know, the way that we've seen him hit a ball, he gets into that box, he can really at least make the goalkeeper make plays, right?
All right, we have Enrique Zamora coming on for Dylan Stickelmeyer. The referee stopped the clock so that Stickelmeyer could come off. He must have heard him say something or saw something. Looked like he was holding maybe his hip, maybe his lower back.
Yeah, and hopefully it's just a tweak because,
Yeah.
you know, like I say, he's been playing great, and they've had enough injury issues, so hopefully he's just
he came off and pretty freely. He didn't jog off, but he was walking.
I think we have Fabi Arellano on as well. He snuck in there for Jack Ray, so just part of the rotation as well here is to get some fresh legs up top.
All right, we have another corner kick here. Irish coaches imploring the Irish to be the first to get their head on it. Knee, shoulder, tongue, something. Danny's going to throw in an outswinger.
Oh.
I believe that was won by Centennial. They did a pretty good job of using their head to clear it there.
And again, they're trying to attack or counter there with some speed, and they you know, played that ball forward kind of to nobody, but at least they're trying to counter quickly.
Yeah. And Fabi takes a shot. Maybe he may have been caught in between trying to put in a cross and a shot. You know what happens there? It's like being caught in between, trying to use the backboard and not. What do you end up doing?
Yeah, right.
Wedging the ball in. If you're me. But it was a good positive move. Fabi played with his head up. All right, they play a ball into the box here. Dylan G. Why do I keep saying Dylan? Who's Dylan G? It's twice now I've called Dylan Berry Dylan G. I have to Google Dylan G and figure out.
I would say his middle name, but that's also not his middle name. So.
Thanks for trying to save me there, Coach, but I don't think it's possible in this case.
Good little battle here. Max Mattarelli, a couple Centennial guys.
Tell you what, if Centennial can get to halftime down just 1-0, they got to feel really good about it.
Yeah, they really do.
They got 11 minutes to make that happen. They got a little bit of a, but they're playing hard. They're defending very well.
Yeah, they're defending great, and
they are. Irish are getting crosses into the box, but that's about it. The crosses are not finding Notre Dame players. The one Danny Gutzwiller, corner kick being the exception.
Nice. Good.
Oh, it was a cross. And see, I just think of it was a cross.
Good move by Danny
Zamora.
there. He's got to put this one on frame.
All right, need somebody making a run. There's nobody.
They're going to get another corner kick.
Yep.
Yeah, and we hate to say it because we're on the other side of this time, but we saw games over the weekend, right, where the first half we were saying, man, if it ends like this, they got to be happy. And
yeah.
More times than not, in the second half, that team that was happy at halftime was coming out with the right result in the second half.
Yeah, they had life.
Oh, Lucas LaHood there got his head on that one.
I think it was basically thwarted by the unknowing rib cage of a Centennial defender who was in the right place, don't get me wrong.
Oh, good ball in.
Cannot be brought back by Danny.
Trying to
player
keep it
down here
alive.
may have taken a shot to the face.
I think it was
inadvertent elbow,
Yeah, I was going to say,
I'm going to stop the clock here so he can get some intention. Anything up above the shoulders, you really want to check out.
Let's see if they see if he can come in. I think he's all right. Just
he's up there.
Maybe caught one in the nose. It looks like not a head type of thing, but
probably just hurts really bad. stoppage comes at 9:45.
You know, that's a tough one, right? Because two guys going for the ball.
We had a good look at it. We were looking right down that sight line, and it wasn't.
To be honest with you, it was Madrigal, who's probably 5 or 6 inches taller than that guy and has a little bit of jumping ability as well. So as he goes up and the other guy goes up, you know, the elbow is going to be kind of right there. And it just unfortunate, accidental, and hopefully he's okay and can come back on, because I believe that's McKissick, and he does a really good job for them, number 18. He's only a sophomore, and he's got some speed and kind of flies around the field, and they've for a while it looked like he was playing forward. Now it kind of looked like he was playing a little bit further back, but you know, I think that they'll hopefully get him back on the field here shortly.
I think so. If you ever try to jump without using your arms, you know, it can't be done. So sometimes the elbows do fly. Chinito's got a wingspan of a condor.
He really does.
So his elbows occupy a little more space than a normal human being. All right, here we're still waiting for the clock to stop. We're going to get a drop ball for the Irish. And the Irish then play it gentlemanly, sportsmanlike to the keeper. Keeper will take a punt it back to us. Everything starts back over.
Yeah, and you know, again, oh, nice idea.
The Irish play one of their first sort of over-the-top balls.
Yeah.
The second or third one, maybe, like that. This one wasn't central, though. This one's played out to the right. Trying to get out there to Enrique and Fabi.
They're going to get a throw in. It's kind of with a deep throw in. With a deep throw in, those balls over the top. They didn't take the deep throw in as we talk about it, but
Chinito was just too far away for him to do it.
But those balls over the top aren't bad ideas, because if the defenders just kick the ball out, you know, you get that deep throw in. I mean, that's a huge weapon. So, you know, those balls over the top to the wings and letting them run on. Even if it's a little bit ahead of them, just every once in a while, just try to keep them honest back there and get a throw in out of it.
It can turn into that hockey assist. You know, it's a pass, a pass that leads to the pass.
Absolutely.
All right, down to 8.5 minutes here. The Irish desperately want to put at least one more on the board here with the way they've dominated this. Just as desperately. Centennial would love to keep it at 1, even if they're at 0. Chance to get in there and regroup.
Oh, great job there by Oliver. Again, kind of, I think he was looking to get the ball into the attacking mid there, but it wasn't there. He shifted his body just a little bit.
The Irish, good chance, and had 2 people make a run. Danny couldn't quite get there, and then I think it was Enrique.
Yeah, and he was wrong-footed and still kind of flicked his heel up there. Those long legs that he's got, but just off target.
Made good contact. It was just, I mean, all the momentum and spin of the ball was taking it past that far post. But it was a sign of the goalie misread the initial cross. That's something to put away in your back pocket. That Nathan Oliver went in a good one. Knocked the glasses off the attacking player from Centennial. I know how that feels. He was smart enough to find his glasses quickly, or I need my glasses to find my glasses. So I would have had to have been subbed off. Come back on with a metal detector. It's Max Manarelli back in.
Oh, nice turn.
Well, I like to see that. That was bottom to Manarelli to Oliver. That is youth to youth to youth. It really makes you happy.
Yeah, it's just really nice.
Yeah, and it was and they all did what they were supposed to do.
Picking the ball around. And
they're in that long throwing again. Throwing will take place with about 6:45 to go. Clock
this
running.
One gets into the 6. Looks like Dawson almost had his head on it. Just not good contact.
The Irish trying to lock the ball back in here. Get the ball back out wide on the right.
You get it to Danny's feet.
Fabio, get in the middle! Fabio, you're our center forward!
Oh, little miscommunication there, I think, by Centennial.
Yeah, they get a little tired. When you do nothing but defend, you get a little tired. Oh, beautifully placed shot by
And that's
Chinito.
exactly why you hit balls on frame, right? The goalie kind of double bobbled that one, and if it comes out another foot or so, it's an easy tap-in follow-up.
Didn't really have his body behind it either. I think there was space from his knees on down. The Irish coaches are employing Fabi to stay in the middle. He kind of has a tendency to drift up to the right. So that's normally where he plays.
Yep.
See him do it. Now he's staying pretty good there at the top. Now he's getting out of the way to create space for
good run
Andrew
by
Bonham.
Nice touch around by Cholito.
Boy, a lot of nice things have been happening on Cholito's side of the field.
Yep, another
Throws
nice
in
ball
another shot, yeah, forcing this second save.
And again, that's what they're trying to do, right? They're doing a good job. Their backs are doing a good job of swinging it. They've been able to find Bonham and Max Mattarelli and Gutswiller in there a lot. And when Guts gets it on his foot, he's looking to make plays. And they're spraying the ball wide. When Stickelmeyer was in there, he was doing a great job, and Madrigal's done a great job just going to make the plays. And that's again, I think as the season progresses and Notre Dame, finishes up the Big 12 conference and into the postseason here, it's exactly the type of stuff they're going to think is going to be working for them, and I really think that that's where they're going to be strongest is moving the ball like that on the ground, getting it to their wings, and letting them make plays.
Ultimately, you don't want to be using the phrase "everything but the finish."
Yeah, right.
That's not what what any coach likes to hear, any team likes to hear, any fan likes to hear.
No.
Everything but the finish.
No.
Because everything but the finish means nothing.
Oh,
if there's no finish. Danny Gutswiller pulls one off from about 25 yards there, yanks it left, but he made much better contact than he did on his first attempt from a similar area.
Looks like we have Thatcher Hogan, number 19, making his first appearance tonight for the Irish.
Yeah, first appearance in any game I've seen.
Move Danny up top to the forward, and Fabio's going to come off. So it looks like Mr. Hogan is going to play center attacking mid in there with Max. So I think we have two freshmen attacking mids right now.
I love it.
In there, that's awesome.
It is.
It's great sign that coaches trust those two kids, and they've clearly been doing a great job in training. And Max has really earned his minutes in games, and they're giving Thatcher Hogan a chance to do that tonight.
Yep, every underclassman that's been thrown on this year has performed, and all of a sudden some of them are in the starting lineup. Some of them are in the first subs here. Enrique.
Nice battle, though. Get that
very
shot
nice
off.
battle.
And
some of the stress on the Centennial defenders you can see now here. It is. We talked about that again on the weekend. That when all your minutes are defending, it seems like maybe it's 60 minutes out there, not the regular 40.
Yeah, and I was going to say, it seems easy to say, right? It's only a matter of time before we get our second goal here, but Centennial's doing a good job. I mean, they are defending a lot, and it's been tough on them. And I really think that the goal scoring is going to come for the Irish. They're going to find it, and once they find it, I think that they're finding out what kind of works for them now. And like we said, they looked pretty dangerous in the attack at times over the weekend. Just didn't have any goals for it. And, but once they, by the time the postseason comes around, and they're scoring goals. I think it gives them a lot more confidence. And
it's on whatever sports metaphor you want to use. Either basketball, you need to see the ball go through the hoop
a
few
exactly.
times,
right.
or in baseball, you need to see those line drives find the ground.
Yep.
And same thing here. You need to see the ball cross the goal line and ripple the back of the net, and then everything changes.
Yeah, and it's no different than basketball, right? You got to know the ball's going in. You got to believe the ball's going in when it leaves your foot, just like in basketball. If you're hoping it goes in, it's probably not going to go in.
No.
Nice play there, and this is
great bit of skill. And
again, unlucky.
Cholito.
But again, that's exactly what the Irish are looking for. I think.
It puts one on frame right at the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper can't do anything except deflect it up off the bottom of the crossbar, where it comes down in play. And goes out for a corner. Probably as close.
Not sure. Not sure how that came down. In play, but.
Well, the goalie's touch was decisive.
Yeah, I don't know how it hit the bottom of the bar, and it must have spun at a weird angle, or hit the line and then not gone over completely. But either way, tough break again for the Irish.
Yeah, the Irish have defied physics a few times this year with stuff like that. I'd like to see if there's a wormhole out there somewhere.
Yeah, it's.
And he gets right. That's a nice bit of individual skill here.
Keeping the ball alive.
And then, Cholito, man, that would have been perfect if he just scored there, because he didn't make really good contact after all the great shots he's taken.
No, I was going to say, and he's really looking dangerous offensively. And that's kind of what they had hoped for. And I think against some of the better teams defensively, he's had some troubles getting touches, right?
Yeah.
Getting dangerous
Yes.
touches.
Yeah.
Not, so him to get that couple goals would be huge, just to get that confidence flowing. And,
Certainly deserves.
Tonight he definitely has.
Definitely does.
He's done the work for a couple, but.
All right. Well, with 25 seconds to go here, Centennial has probably their deepest penetration. And fighting.
Yeah, good battle over there.
And the Irish eventually get it out. Here we have 10 seconds left.
10 seconds.
The clock is going to tick down here with the Irish holding a 1-0 lead in this Big 12 conference match with our friends from Champaign Centennial. The Irish could be up 4 or 5 to nothing. Really, Centennial's 0 on their side of the scoreboard is earned. They really didn't have anything like that. They weren't dangerous like that, but they defended very well. They got to feel pretty good about themselves, being only down 1-0. And we had talked about that at about the 20-minute mark.
Yeah.
And it came to pass. I hope we didn't speak it into being. But the Irish did everything good, like we said. Everything but the finish. That phrase we don't want to say, but everything was positive except seeing the ball go between the goal post and underneath the crossbar. So we'll be back here in about 10 minutes, and we will see you then for hopefully an explosion of goals in the second half for the Irish. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Annette Gutzwiller. I went to Purdue University for veterinary school. I have been working at Meadowbrook since I was about 16.
Hi, my name is Dr. Brian Wolfcool. I've been a veterinarian here at Meadowbrook for 20 years now. Graduated from Iowa State University in 1997.
My name is Dr. Christopher Corey. I've been a veterinarian for 13 years and been with Meadowbrook for almost 6 years.
I'm Dr. Johnson. I have been at Meadowbrook for 7 years. I'm one of the partners at Meadowbrook.
The first thing you notice when entering our facility is a clean and modern floor plan. Our courteous staff will greet you and your pet in a low-stress environment and escort you into the examination room.
In our hospital, we have a treatment area, which is the state-of-the-art treatment area. We can deal with 4 animals at the same time, and they're less stressed. We have a dental suite with a full dental digital x-ray and its own anesthetic machine and monitoring. And we have a surgery suite, which is absolutely state-of-the-art with everything that your animal would ever need. And we have 3 separate ICUs, feline, hospitalized, and surgery.
Here at Meadowbrook, we do offer a full line of in-house pharmacy services. So as your pet comes in for their care, we can dispense those medications while you wait. We do offer an online pharmacy service as well that you can find at our website. Pets coming in for emergency care, we can do blood work and have those results immediately. We do offer a full line of ultrasound services. We do offer advanced digital x-ray technology. Those x-rays are very unique as we can view them in real time with our clients.
One of our big philosophies here is providing a stress-free and fun environment for all of our animals that we are taking care of, whether that's daycare, boarding, or grooming.
So when you come in, we have several groomers that can do anything from a simple bath and brush anywhere to a complicated breed-specific trim.
My favorite thing about being a veterinarian here is my interaction with the clients and their pets. Specifically, I very much enjoy advancing the human-animal bond that pets bring to us as a family.
You know, I've been doing this so long and I love it, but what I love the most is that we only have quality people and that we have people that put also the animals first. You should choose Meadowbrook because we do the little things.
We have a team approach to veterinary medicine. We have a great group here that love animals and love the people that take care of them.
All the doctors and the staff will treat your pet as if it's our own.
We would invite you to come to Meadowbrook Veterinary Clinic and experience our quality care in our office.
Way earlier than we are. All right, Irish soccer fans, we're back for the second half of this Big 12 conference contest between your Peoria Notre Dame Irish and our visitors from Champaign, Centennial, the Chargers. The Chargers defended for their life in the first half, Coach Burke, and came away only down 1-0 despite a 98% to 2% possession disadvantage. And the Irish having maybe 20 shots with 10 on target, and only got one in. So it'll be interesting to see here what the Irish can unlock, because there are goals in this game.
Yeah,
for the Irish, and they have to come.
Yeah, and again, we listen to the halftime talks when they're down here, and one of the things that the coaches said at the end of the halftime there for Notre Dame was, gotta just stay on it, right? Don't get frustrated. No, we're not gonna sit on a 1-goal lead. We're gonna keep attacking, obviously, and can't let it frustrate you. That second goal is gonna be coming, I think.
Yeah.
And again, they played the right way in that first half. That's why they had so many chances.
Yes,
so
played the right way.
That's the biggest thing is don't get frustrated and start playing differently. Stay the course, and good things are going to happen.
All right, the Irish get that patented long throw in from Cholito Madrigal, but it was won by Champaign Centennial. That's probably the stereotypical play of the first half. The Irish get the ball into the box, and the first touch is a defensive one from the visitors.
Yeah, again, this is where the Notre Dame just has to be a little bit more dangerous. It is a dangerous throw, right? And they're getting a lot of them. They need to start scoring off of these teams really have to change the way they defend.
Yeah.
Because once you start scoring on those set pieces and those long throws, they're gonna try to stop giving you the long throws.
Yeah. The defender's not going to just play the ball out of bounds. He's going to try to play it, maybe make a mistake. If I could get one Christmas wish, it would be for about 2 more inches of vertical leap from every player on the Notre Dame roster.
Good step there by Scott Anderson. Again, we got Bonham and the 2 freshmen into the midfield, the same way we ended the first half, which I like that for the younger guys. Again, must be doing the right stuff, earning trust. And
earned a second half start there for Thatcher Hogan, his first, by far his longest stretch of varsity soccer, as far as I know.
Yeah, any game I've watched, I don't remember him playing, but I remember seeing him in the inter-squad scrimmage, and did a really nice job in that. And so, nice to see Dylan Stickelmeyer back on. Nice little piece of work there by him, getting the ball to Hogan in the midfield. Quick little combination there.
Yeah, Dylan Stickelmeyer had come off at the referee's direction fairly late in that first half. It's good to see him back on. Not really sure what the problem was, but appears to be it's been resolved.
Oh, great attacking touch there by Oliver.
All right, let's see if the Irish make some runs here.
Trying to get the ball across. Going to go out for
get a corner here.
And another free kick or set piece.
And Gutswell will be able to throw an in-swinger in here if he wants to. Let's see if the Irish can get a head on it or another body part.
Oh, nice ball at far post.
Madrigal, and there it is. Cholito Madrigal gets his head on it.
Yep.
That's exactly what we had asked for.
Yeah, and again, Danny plays it. When Danny is playing that in-swinger, it is such a dangerous ball. Because it really curls around to that far post.
Yep.
And Madrigal does a good job reading balls in the air and going to get them. And, that's where we're dangerous. Dawson does a good job. LaHood's a big body. He's won some balls in there. Madrigal can go find it. And similar to his first goal, Dylan Stickelmeyer was right behind Madrigal. I think there to tap that one in if Madrigal had missed it. So, again, that's exactly what Notre Dame's looking for on those balls. Danny's going to play a dangerous ball in 9 times out of 10, maybe more than that. So you have to be anticipating that and going to attack that ball, not just hoping that it comes to you.
Yeah.
Go and Madrigal attack that one.
Willing the ball to find your head. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That comes just barely 3 minutes into this half. So we had talked about it a lot in the halftime here before we were on the air about they just need to unlock something. Maybe that's it. See the ball ripple.
Yep.
The back of the net.
Max, that was your shot.
Play with some confidence, a little more freedom. And we saw that with Fremd in our last game on Saturday. They were just playing with so much confidence.
That was a nice hit by Bonham with his left foot. Unfortunately, hit his own guy. Gutzwiller's back, I think. But
Danny putting in a good defensive shift, even when we don't need him to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just can't help it. All right, the Irish locking the ball in here, though. Deep throw in here. Not the. You're going to earn another corner kick.
Yep.
From the opposite corner now, from where the Irish scored their second goal.
Yeah, and this one's tricky because, you know, it kind of bends away from the goal almost when he hits it from this corner. So. Looks like Cooper Payne coming on for Stickelmeyer.
All right, there's Cooper Payne putting in a little,
Hopefully this
taller
is
player maybe for the corner.
Hopefully
or maybe
this is more of a precautionary move. And hopefully Dylan looked to be doing all right out there.
Yeah, he sure did.
Playing it smart. Getting Cooper on the field for the first time tonight.
All right, Danny throws one out there towards the back post. The Irish do get their header on it. I think that was number 2, Alistair Dawson, who you talked about him being dangerous coming up for these set plays, these set pieces.
Yeah, and that was Cooper actually his first action of the game, and got a left foot. I believe he's left-footed, but he got his left foot on that one, struck it just wide.
All right, this leads to a goal kick. Centennial's going to play it out of the back. Kind of surprises me. Danny Gutzweiler gets it off a left-footed shot up near the corner of the box.
Well,
and we're going to get
there
a
by Hogan to
throw in.
Shield and earn the throw-in. Again, throw-ins are just as good as corner kicks for us right now, and so anytime that you can get one of those.
The wind is still with us, but it's certainly died down. It really is not going to, and it hasn't, didn't really, even when it was stronger, it didn't play a part in anything that went on in the first half.
I believe Thatcher Hogan's the shortest kid on the field, and he won that header.
Maybe why he's out there, because things like that happen to him. You notice that Thatcher also put a guy on the ground about the first minute in this game. Coaches are pretty dang happy by that.
Oh, good ball in there.
Oh.
It's dangerous.
It was. Smothered by the goalkeeper. He handled it, didn't give up the rebound, but the Irish had bodies crashing in. Do a punt here instead of playing it out. Won by the Irish, but goes straight to a Centennial player, who then gives it straight to an Irish player.
Good job by the Irish, moving without the ball as well, in midfield. And again, I think they're just trying to get everybody to be an attacking player out here. Everybody's involved in the attack. Gets the ball to Danny's foot. Again, good hit.
Yep, it's going to lead to a corner.
They're going to take that, and it's going to go out for a corner kick, I believe.
Yeah, that was a good 30 yards probably from the goal post.
Yeah, but again, I think that's why you put Danny up top, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Let him check back in like that, get the ball to his foot, and he's at the best 1v2, and let him go at him and get a shot off, and
look what happened.
Put one on frame or get a deflection. Something good's gonna happen.
And he throws in another one. It's near post this time. Cooper.
Oh!
Payne looked like he got his shoulder on that one, but he was there. He was winning it. Looks like it must have been and then it's off of Centennial. Oh no. You're gonna call it a throw? No. Okay. Coach Bear is calling for him to overhit it, where the Irish have it overloaded at the back post, thinking that the defense is overloaded on the near post.
Cheeto, I like you in the box here. Get in, Cheeto. He's not going to play.
Nice ball in.
Oh, very dangerous. Ball falls to the Irish.
And again, they fight to earn the throw-in.
Yep.
And that's
going to get Cholito over there for his launch angle revolution that he's performing over there. Try to throw this ball up near the 6-yard box.
Another big one in.
Falls to the Irish feet.
A little ping pong. Dawson coming in again.
Oh, get a ball. Irish get a shot off, get a turn and a shot, and it's going to lead to another corner.
Yeah, again, this is
good stuff.
We've defended in this situation a lot of times where we just can't clear the box. You know, and we're getting the other side of that.
Yeah.
Now, and we're
so
starting
tough
to
on
see.
the defense.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're starting to
so
see it's kind of fun to be on the other side of it.
It's a heck of a lot of fun to call it this way, I'll tell you that.
Good win by Lucas LaHood. A lower ball that time, and I think we're going to get another corner kick.
Yeah. The ball came. We may have a
Andy, you want someone else? Or you good?
an injured player.
I think that they're trying to get a sub for the injured guy, but I'm not. Maybe some miscommunication here.
All right, game was stopped because the center ref is concerned about a guy who took a ball right in the face. Wants to have him checked out.
Oh, free header there again by Centennial inside the box. Danny gets it back. Nice job.
We got another header by Cholito.
Good step by Oliver just to stop the break a little bit.
All right, yeah, we're just going to try to build from the back line here, although their back line is 10 yards inside their defense or their offensive half.
Good hustle there by Max Mattarelli to come back and just put a little bit of pressure on the Centennial forward there and force a turnover. Notre Dame's back in possession.
All right, see if the Irish can stretch out their form here. Get their shape wide. Now we got Cholito, a very nice ball there. Danny looks like that was probably a pass.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to maybe give it back to Cholito on a give and go. All right, here's Centennial's first bit of offensive presence in the Irish defensive half. It's going to end, though, with a giveaway.
Good switch of the fields.
Yeah, I like Centennial here. The back four is playing a high line. They're not just sitting back. They're up near midfield.
Good move there by Scott Anderson. He plays the ball down the line, and Cooper Payne's not
can't
able to
quite
keep
run
that
it
in.
down. Bunch of subs coming in for Centennial. Plus David Joseph, I think that is number 8, making his first appearance for the Irish tonight. But David got a nice bit of run the second half of the weekend. Another youngster.
Yeah, and he did a good job.
Yeah.
You know, he
didn't hurt
hustles
us.
around out there, fresh legs. Oh, and a great ball in.
Is he on? And he takes a shot and he puts it in.
Wow.
Look at that, his first touch probably of the game.
And you know, a great ball by Thatcher Hogan.
Yeah, it was.
Again, he's
freshman to youngster to youngster.
Yeah, this is his first real action, I think, of the season in big games, and just really calm. Got the ball on his foot and slided in. And
look at the reaction of his teammates, especially the older ones.
It was a great finish. Great first touch, and then
phenomenal finish.
Really well-weighted ball to the far post, and it's exactly how Coach Baird drew that up.
Yes.
I don't know.
One
one of his assistants must have told him to make that quick substitution there, but substitute, first touch, and it's a goal.
Yeah.
And we actually almost saw that with Cooper Payne a couple minutes ago. So these bench guys for Notre Dame are starting to see that.
Getting the subs right.
Hey, if you're going to get on the field, you're going to score goals.
That's right. That was a beautiful finish. I mean, that is amazing to do that cold.
Yeah, just a really nice play. I mean, again, great ball in by Hogan. You know, kind of splitting the defenders, and a great run by Joseph to be there, and just a clinical finish.
Absolutely.
And you could tell his teammates were fired up.
Yeah,
Goalie was
they
up.
They were.
That's the most excited I think I've seen the Notre Dame players all season long.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's great to see it. I mean,
it is, absolutely. Well, you know, that's what we talked about a little bit about, you know, when these youngsters throw it on, they're immediately trusted and embraced by the older players. There's no hierarchy when it comes to something like that.
You know, and it's I think part of, you know, Notre Dame is looking obviously to score more goals in big games, right? But part of that's also just looking to play a little bit more excited soccer, like just being excited. Their brand of soccer is very exciting, but just being excited on the field. And I know the coaches talked about that the other day. Just you know, at times it's almost a little bit dull at, you know, when you're playing in a big game and things just aren't going your way. It's hard to be excited, but you know, these guys are playing a little bit more excited tonight, and that's a good sign for them. Yeah,
I think so too. Danny Gutzweiler. Danny throws off a great shot. I think the keeper was kind of unsighted by it. It was coming through some traffic. He dealt with it well, but he couldn't. He could only stop it by pushing it over the bar. And it had some. Danny does not need much room or much build-up.
No.
To crack off a shot with a lot of power behind it.
No, I tell you, he's one that really a breakthrough with a goal and in the run-up play. He's got some on the, you know, free kicks and stuff. But if he can get the confidence in the run-up play that, you know, he can score those goals, you know, he can be the goal scorer. I think that's going to be really big as well.
All right, we'll get another throw out here. She's done pretty well.
Ball out here to space. Anderson's going to track it down.
David Price, goal scorer. And now call him that for the rest of his career.
Yeah, right.
Great turn.
Oh, it almost drops to Joseph again there.
Just had himself a chance for a brace there.
Get there, Max. Get there, Max. Move your feet now. Good.
Those two goals have given the Irish a lot more adrenaline in their legs.
Yep, they're playing looser now. That's exactly what we thought would happen, right?
Yeah.
Just like I said, playing loose, playing excited.
Yeah.
You know, you're not defending as much as you know you're used to, and it's a little bit more liberating.
Irish building an attack again here. Get the ball out to the left. Ball falls to Max.
Good ball in there.
That was very unselfish by Max. I expected him to try to control that and take a shot. He was right at the top of the D, but he played a nice little outside foot pass to a teammate and earns another corner kick for the Irish.
Let's see what we can do with this one. Ball in and
the keeper looks like he maybe got a hand on it.
Yeah.
Cholito tries to
redirecting it.
Throw
ends
it
up back to Danny.
Oh, Alistair Dawson was starting to back up there, I think. Couldn't quite make the connection he wanted to.
Great hustle by Max Mattarelli there, winning that ball.
Cholito lets it run past him. So David Price David Price, and that's a baseball player. I know where I mixed that name up there. David Joseph. The Irish.
More subs coming on. So we got 21, Ben Jacob, and number 18 is Sebastian Salazar, another freshman who's replacing Hogan and Oliver. So we're going to set up for the corner kick. But great minutes, and especially Nathan Oliver. I mean, earning the start, playing the first, almost 60 minutes, and then Thatcher Hogan coming on in the second half and giving them a great 20 minutes. And got the assist and maybe his first points of his high school career, getting on the leaderboard there. Just a lot of hustle.
School record for a number of corner kicks struck by a single person in a game. And Danny's got to be getting close. Oh, that one travels all the way through, outside the box.
Nice hit.
Very nice hit.
That didn't miss by much.
No, it didn't.
Kind of talked about that. Dawson
keeps
coming up. Yeah, and he's going to get a goal at some point in this season. Coaches probably hope it's
He had a header saved just
Yeah.
a bit ago.
And you know, maybe he'll be the type that his goal comes in the biggest moment, right? Like
Yeah.
sectional final, they need a goal. He comes up on one of these and finally pokes one in. He probably wants it to happen before then, but it'd be a fair consolation.
No problem with it happening both before and in a sectional final. That'd be okay with me. I did notice something on the last couple corners. Champaign Centennial defenders aren't jumping anymore.
No.
I think they're worn.
Yeah, they're tired, and they've been, like you said, we've been in that situation,
Yeah.
right? We're defending a lot, and you're just frustrated by it. And now that we've gotten a couple goals, it's really opened up the game a little bit, and now they're not probably not as spirited.
No. Which is natural.
Ooh, that was a
Scotty
nice
Anderson
hit.
throws one over. The keeper realized it wasn't going in, but boy, that's nice.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we talked about that in the spring, where he's coming up from that outside back position, and in the spring, as the season went along, he really gained confidence to play either not necessarily a shot, but a big ball across. And again, I think that's just they're getting comfortable out here, and you know, not just for tonight, but going forward. I think that they're, you know, they're starting to see that they are making progress, even if some of the bigger game results haven't shown that yet. They are making some good progress in the way that they can play.
Well, I like the fact that this, you know, this game and games like it, because we're going to have more like this. I guarantee you. David Joseph rips one off. Trying to get that a little more off of his laces and got a little much off the instep there. But I like the fact that this game's going to be out there. And you're going to see this game film, and you're going to look at that Anderson coming up and taking that shot.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to be worried about it. You're going to look at these 4 or 5 youngsters who came in, and maybe they're not going to be in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to worry about them.
Yeah.
And, you're going to have to worry about Alistair Dawson coming up and stuff like that. So it's going to give teams something to think about.
Yeah, and again, that stuff, you know, if you only watch the game against, say, Marquette, you may not necessarily see how dangerous Notre Dame can be because it's a different type of game, right?
Yeah, the game gets normal too. You know, when they just sat back and played a very conservative defense like that, you don't get an idea of the width and breadth of the Irish attacking options. So this is all good.
Yeah, and like it's been multiple kids, right? Multiple people out there. The guys with the short hair still because they're newbies to the varsity, and you know, guys with not a ton of experience are starting to. Can't say that too much anymore. They're starting to get experience, so we can't use that as much. But it's really good.
Probably said just about every available player's name.
Yeah.
At least once today, because they're done. Not just because they subbed in, but because they've been doing positive things when they get between the lines.
Yep.
50-50 here. Come on, attack it. Attack it.
I suspect under a little less relentless pressure that Centennial's got some quality players on offense. We know they got them on defense.
Yeah.
They proved that in the first half like that. They just haven't had any service up front.
And they do have some speed, and I think probably in most games that they're able to utilize that speed a little bit more.
Yeah, they're not going to go with no wins in the conference this year.
No.
There's too much out there for that to happen. I don't even know what their record is right now, honestly.
Another sub in here. It's Teddy LaHood giving Max Mattarelli a break.
We got youngsters coming in for youngsters now.
Yeah.
It's nice to see. Teddy did a good job. Max
is going to be one of those that we're not going to be able to say he's inexperienced for too long, because he's really getting experience, I think getting confidence, and he's going to be a really good player for Notre Dame.
This is his 3rd or 4th start?
Yeah.
I think he started started against Normal. I know he started all weekend. I don't know if he started our game in Champaign. It was so hard to find the evidence of that game.
Yeah, he did. I think he did play a lot there, and I think he's played in every game.
Yeah.
And again, he's maybe gotten thrown to the wolves a little bit as a freshman. That's not an easy schedule to play for anybody, let alone a freshman fresh to high school. But he, like I said, every game he's getting better. Nice touch
David
again.
Joseph in on goal, lays it off. He was unselfish that time. He was laying it off for Madrigal.
Way too unselfish.
It would have been a tough shot, tough angle. The keeper had the near
I
post
tell you what,
covered.
though, the way he hit the ball the first time, I'd crack it back there to that far post and see what happened.
Keeper was very happy to see that go across the goal mouth and not at his clavicle. It earns a free kick, though, or a corner kick.
Big ball to the far post.
Runs through again.
I think that dropped between 4 Notre Dame players.
Yep. I think they all expected Giolito to get his head on it.
Yep. Nice hit there by Bonham.
Andrew Bonham, yeah. Another
mass subs for Centennial. Putting some of their starters back in, I think.
Yeah.
And have to get them a break.
Yeah, they probably played 18 field players, you know,
Yeah,
like we have tonight, too.
They have played a lot as well.
All right, we have 17, slightly more than 17 minutes left in this Big 12 contest between Champaign, Centennial, and Peoria, Notre Dame. The home team has put 2 into the back of the net in the second half to extend their 1-0 halftime lead to 3-0 now, with a little more than half the second half played. And they've been applying the same sort of relentless pressure on the defensive back third.
Nice feint by Joseph.
Well, he's got some speed down there.
Yeah, he does. He does a really nice job out here on this wing. I mean, he kind of understands how to get the ball on his foot. And
there's some confidence there, too.
Oh, Teddy LaHood.
Teddy LaHood takes
little
one.
poke to the far post. I really like David Joseph out here. I think he's, listed as a junior. But he does a really nice job. Again, some speed, gets the ball on his foot, makes those runs. But
I tell you what, what he's been doing out here in his 10 minutes or so of game time is not what. Oh, look at that!
Yeah, and the ball leaves his foot. It's like a cannon. I mean, it
does for his not slight stature, but his
he's
smaller stature.
He's only listed here at 5'7", 130, so he's not exactly huge. But
no, he's not a center back by any stretch of the imagination down there.
But yeah,
he's doing great. Yeah,
he does a great job.
Exactly the last thing an exhausted Centennial defender wants to see is somebody like him coming off the bench.
Yep.
After defending ferociously for 60-some minutes. And Jack Ray came back into the game here sometime in there.
Yeah, I think he gave Danny
playing
a
up
break.
top. Yeah, I think they got him playing up top, it looks like. The Irish realize Danny's not in the game when it's time for our next corner kick. Don't just stand around waiting for him to run over there.
Yeah.
I think he's had 15 today.
Oh.
So close. Coach Bear showing off his skills there. 3 touches on purpose. all from a lawn chair. That sums up his playing career.
Nice little interception there.
Oh, they're a little unlucky there. Hit the boot of the guy he was trying to make the pass to. Hit the back heel. Teddy LaHood plays a good ball here, and Jack Ray. Jack's not going to get out physical.
No, he's.
But good job of obstructing.
Jack gets his money's worth when he goes in. He makes
he
good hard runs. He's not afraid to use his body. Goes in hard.
I believe there's been at least one other Ray player you could say that about in the Notre Dame history.
Yeah.
Former Bradley player.
Yeah, he was he built a little bit like Jack. A lot bit like Jack, actually.
Yeah, actually. And, probably a carbon copy.
TJ was one of those kids that one of the most natural goal scorers, I think, that's walked the halls here. The ball would just hit off the back of his ear or something and go in the net sometimes. He had a knack for it, but scored a lot of big goals and a lot of big games.
You said he had an eye for the ball. You really meant he could score with his eye.
That's
really what I meant, yeah.
He really did just kind of always seemed to be there, right, for the toe poke or the heel poke or off the knee.
Yeah. Well,
he obviously had his share of nice ones, but
Division I schools took notice of that.
Yeah.
That's where he ended up.
And injuries kind of derailed his career at Bradley because really he was he would have fit in well, and he did fit in well for what Coach DeRose likes to do there. Just Guy that's going to go battle, a workhorse, can score goals for you.
Under 13 minutes now left in this game. Irish with probably the most comfortable 3-0 lead you could possibly have.
Yeah.
It's something very strange would have to happen for the Irish to give up a goal.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just the amount of guys and minutes for those guys that Notre Dame's gotten tonight. And just not only getting everybody some confidence, but getting everybody good playing time against a good team, right? Like it's not necessarily mop-up minutes, right?
No,
it's
no.
It's a 3-0 competitive game, so it's really good to get these guys on the field and get them into situations like this.
Most of those kids are out there when it was 1-0 or it was 2-0.
Yep.
I mean, and David Joseph is the reason it became 3-0.
Yeah.
He was out there in a 2-0 game, a conference game. A game the Irish need to win. It's a home conference game.
Oh, nice job there, just swinging the ball.
It was very good. Cholito Madrigal cracks off another one, a left-footed bomb. Doesn't find its intended target, though, unless his intended target was the pines behind.
Yeah, I was going to say, Fabi's up there on the line. Cholito may have known he was coming off, so maybe he wanted one last crack.
There's some young eyeballs if he could see over here into the gloaming, pick it out. He probably could.
It's funny. It always seems like they know, right?
Yeah. I always look to be subbed out. It was just my assumed I'd be pulled back as soon as I stepped into the box.
Good talk there by Luke LaHood. Good step to the ball. Again, Centennial hasn't had a ton of action in their offensive half.
Nope.
When called upon, the Notre Dame defense has done a nice job tonight.
Yeah, we were talking about all the kids we've played today. Here's a nice ball.
Great ball to Salazar.
Very nice.
Somebody's going to have to go take this corner.
That's right.
Like you said,
that's what I'm talking about. The Danny Gutzwiller Memorial Corner has to be taken by somebody else. I think it's going to be Jack, I think.
Yeah, and Jack Ray stepped up. And
it's good to see.
May have been the only guy to notice. Gets the opportunity. Nice ball across.
Throws
Big
one
ball
way
across.
back across. I think that's the ball coach was asking for earlier to really overhit it.
Yep.
It was not an overhit on accident. It was an overhit on purpose. But when we talked about, I really like the fact that the players they've thrown on they've all been put in the front line and the midfield.
Yeah.
We don't have really defensive problems. Our problems, such as they are, they're first world problems. Are just the link-up play and the goal scoring.
Yeah.
So these guys are we're finding people that can, plug a little bit of those holes or add a little extra dimension.
Yeah, and they plugged in Nathan Oliver the other day at that outside back, and I think he's really coming into his own, and he's given them a great addition to the back line. And, I don't know the status of Tommy Graham and his injury because he gives them a little bit of depth back there too. And I think the defense, again, they've had to defend a lot. So they've seen a lot in the last couple of weeks. And
they've had the
maybe not all great, but
I think kitchen
that
sinks thrown at them, that's for sure.
Yeah, and sometimes it brings you together, right? You're going through it, but you're going through it together, and they've plugged in different guys in there, and I think they're going to find four that stick. And I tell you, Scotty Anderson and Dawson kind of been the staples there, and Lucas LaHood starting to kind of get more confidence out there. And like I said, Nathan Oliver's done a great job.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get Joel back. That's always important because he never forgets his defensive responsibilities when he's in the midfield.
Oh, nice work there. Offensive foul, charge. Charging on
brute.
Teddy LaHood.
Disappointed was Fabi. I think the ball was falling to Fabi. He was going to have some space to do some 1v1.
Oh, good idea there by Joseph. Saw Jack Ray making a run up the kind of slicing run there in between the outside back and the center back. Ooh. Good touch there by Scotty
Yeah, it was.
Anderson. Kind of a tough ball, but
yeah, that ball was yeah. Well, that's part of that confidence. You know, when you're not playing with that confidence, that ball probably skips over his foot.
Yeah.
Ends up as a
Absolutely.
throw in or something like this too. But you score some goals, so we got an off.
Good idea, though,
Yeah.
by Jack Ray. Great run by Joseph there on the outside.
Good ball, Jack. Good run, DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of confidence, I think, with, you know, again, can't be said enough, but I think that a guy like Scotty Anderson, he likes being the attacker out there on the outside back.
Yeah.
And sometimes against the better teams, he's defending a little bit more than he's attacking, and now you're starting to see what he can do when he gets up into the attack,
Yeah.
and he plays with a lot of confidence.
All right, Centennial here is going to earn a throw in, or they're going to call it a foul.
Might be a free kick.
Yeah, they're going to call it a free kick. Maybe their first free
Foul
kick of the
on
day.
And again, let's see if they can put one in the box. And Dylan Bears looking for a shutout here, keeping the clean sheet for the defense and himself. So hasn't had a lot of touches and with his hands, maybe once or twice. So
The last time he used his hands is when he ran up to congratulate David Joseph
Yeah.
on his goal.
oh, great ball there.
Boy.
Maybe got a little too much of it, but good
Yeah.
idea getting that ball to the far post.
He'd be so eager to finally get a chance to
Yeah, right,
take
right.
a set piece. He blasted it, but boy, that's a good leg. All right, this be a goal kick for the Irish. Dylan in no hurry, nor should he be. Maybe his hungry forwards, strikers might think that he should hurry up.
Yeah, somebody out there wants another goal, I'll tell you.
Somebody definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't another goal in this mix.
Oh, good win there. You know, that guy.
Who he's gonna-
Now he's,
Come
as
up.
I'm going to talk about him, he's going to want to sub, but
He's going to come out with a cramp. He landed.
I think that's Jonathan Harrell for
Hasn't been a starter.
Centennial. I'm not, can't really see the numbers. The Centennial numbers on the front of their jerseys are tricky. But I think it's
28.
28. That's Keith Gardner. Yeah, that makes
Okay.
more sense. Keith Gardner. He's done a good job going up and winning balls in the box for them all game long. Won that one. Kind of came down with a cramp, but he's been big for them on a lot of those set pieces of winning that first ball. Ooh, Enrique looking for
Trying
goal
to.
from about 30 out.
Yeah. Keeper was on his line, had it covered. The Irish certainly did not lack for legs from that 30
No.
to 32 yard.
No.
I mean, they're not missing these short. Just put it that way.
No, and again, they get a little bit of space there at the top of the box. They just have to remember that they can do it, even in games where they may not get a lot of opportunities for it. Or a guy like Joel and a guy like Guts, all they need is a little space. They don't need a lot of space. And
I just like those shots because your defender eventually has to come and close that gap between you and him, and then that opens up channels for runs. I mean, we don't make a lot of runs. We usually are, but there's going to be a game where we're going to have to.
Yeah, and it's again, those shots are dangerous, and it's
they
not
are,
just
absolutely.
dangerous because it can go in, but you talk about as the season progresses and the weather gets kind of weird, and if it's a wet night out, and really even if it's a nice night out, but in October at night it's dewy.
Yeah.
And you hit a ball like that, and it happens to skip at the wrong time for a goalkeeper, and might slip past him, might hit off of him. I mean, anything can happen. The only time things can't happen is if you don't hit those shots.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
got to stay willing to hit those shots and at least put them towards the net.
All right,
Ball
look at
in
the
here.
first foray. Oh, and Irish going to give up a goal.
Yeah, again, that's we talked about that, right?
Yeah.
Kind of
The mistake that we were looking for.
Mistake
The one loose pass. The one time you turn your brain off.
and goalkeeper there was kind of caught. His defender was coming across in front of him to win that ball, and it kind of went by him. And then the goalkeeper had held his line on that one.
As he should have.
Yeah, because his teammate was there, and all of a sudden his teammate's no longer there, but the guy's in front of him with the ball. So kind of a tough situation, and we talked about that, right? That's what could have happened, and luckily we had 2 insurance goals there to add on to that to make it, 3-1 now. That didn't happen when it was still 1-0.
Yep. Yeah, it had that happen at the end of the first half, the beginning of the second half. Right? Talking about a different ball game here. We'd be remiss not to mention the finish, though. Really, really nice finish. Very calm in front of the goal. Picked out a spot, put it right in there. No chance it was going anywhere but inside the
And he stayed with it. You know,
he did.
It really looked like, I think the defender was Dawson as he came across, and it really looked like he was going to win the ball. And a lot of attackers would have just given up on that play, anticipating him to win it. And he kind of ran through that type of position.
Yeah.
And,
it's a sign of quality of the team. Yeah, after 76 minutes of being dominated, you still have that desire. And that's good. That's why I think they're gonna come away with victories this year.
They're going to have a deep throw in, looks like. And good run there by Fabi. Kind of getting in the box.
See if Scotty Anderson is trying to get a cross in here. He does. Throws it up near between the 6 and the 18. Teddy Lud, that was a shot.
Yeah. Enrique's trying to get it on his right foot and does.
Oh, he does. Well read by the keeper. Goes to the ground, smothers it. We're down to 2:45. And now, what is now a 3-1 game. Now we're still in control of the game, but coaching staff won't be happy.
No, it was just, I think,
again,
kind of a lapse there defensively.
There's a lapse, yeah. That's
we were up into the attack. They came and countered. I think just kind of a miscommunication as far as getting numbers back, and then Jack Ray making a run. Gets it to his left foot. Play it across, but deflected out again. Good inbox defending there by the Chargers. Yep. And they get their bodies in the way and deflect balls all over the place. They've made it difficult. And like you said, they're as they go forth in their conference season, not even knowing what they've done so far, but they're at least a stingy defensive team.
Yeah.
Who could do me there.
Hard to break down in that final third.
And it's not by a lack of effort from the Irish tonight, because they have
lack of opportunity. All right, they're going to call that. All right, they're going to call that a goal kick. It's either a goal kick or the weirdest corner kick formation I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think the Irish thought it was a corner kick.
Sure, I did too. But
we are just about at 1 minute and 20 seconds left.
Ball goes out the midfield where the Irish pop it back in. We'll get a foul there on Enrique, maybe. We're down to 1:05. It'll be below a minute by the time this free kick is taken. It's taken about 10 yards deep into the Irish offensive half. See. It's thrown right to the top of the box. It's a good kick. Champagne's looking to one last offensive effort. Pressing up here, trying to win the ball back from the Irish defenders. Force the ball out of bounds for a throw right in front of their own bench. 30 seconds now. See if they're going to try to play one deep. No, they're trying to pass their way through the Irish defense there. We're going to get,
I was going to say.
Fabi was
It's the second
offside.
time I think Fabi's been in behind, and not, one was the foul on earlier, and then one was offsides. But it's going to be the last play here of the game.
Yeah, we're down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and my clock has stopped. Which means the clock on the game has stopped. All right, well, we're happy to bring you a conference victory here. The Irish dominate the game, win 3-0. Scoreline that's probably about as close as it possibly could have been for the way the game went off. Or a two-goal deficit, or a two-goal difference. Does not tell the story of this game. But the Irish had some problem finishing here and there. But they did look better than they have finishing in various points of this season. They will now, I think, play. I don't think they have another game. They have a JV game against Washington this week. I don't think we play again until Tuesday. maybe this time next week. I think the Irish have a rare. No, we play in Evansville.
Evansville this weekend.
Yeah, there's an Evansville tournament for the varsity, so they get off the conference rails again, and we'll be back. Our next game, I think, is here against one of the normal teams. The other normal team, the one we haven't played yet. I don't remember which is which. I think we're playing West this time. And the Irish will go into that game undefeated, still at the top of the table after this conference victory against the visitors from Champaign, Centennial, who, it must be said, never quit.
Yeah.
Put up a good fight and look good for in many aspects of the game here, and they will surprise some people if they haven't already in this conference. All right, Coach, any last words?
No,
any last ideas?
It's great to see the Irish back on the winning side of things, and 3 goals tonight, and certainly could have been more, but I like what we saw offensively, and like what we saw as far as confidence and excitement out of the team. And I think going forward, it's going to be big, not just this weekend, but as we finish up conference play and finish up the regular season, and we head into the postseason especially, it's good to be gaining momentum, and I think tonight was a good start towards that.
Yeah, saw a lot of players. Some of them get their first varsity action, at least the first varsity action of this year, and that can't do anything but help. All right, well, thank you for tuning in and listening to us. We hope you enjoyed this Irish victory, a 3-1 win over Champaign Centennial, keeping the Irish undefeated and top of the conference standings. We'll see you in about a week for the Irish's next conference game. Thanks again for listening. Bye-bye.